Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Daddy took a nap. And so now daddy can talk. Daddy can talk a little bit better now, you know? But we're going to talk about Leah Thomas. Oh, the devastation felt across the entire trans community. They what? They banned her? She was a symbol of hope. She's banned? Yeah, she's banned. But why? I mean, aside from the fact that she's a 6'4" man until 22 seconds ago, I mean, what are we talking about, dude? Why is she banned? Oh, oh, how are my daughters ever going to survive in a world that's so cruel? I mean, they're biological girls, right? Yes. But I want them to live in an inclusive world where they know that reality can be anything that they want it to be. So yeah, she's gone, dog. I almost titled this Ding Dong the Witch is Dead, but I don't know how many people would have known that reference. Um, you know. But I thought what we could do today is you know, oh, I'm not gonna ruin this channel, dude. This is about sports. That's kind of my new policy. If it falls into sports, then I'll put it on Jesse on Fire. Actually, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Someone who's much, much, much bigger at podcasting than I am has been advising me on what I should do. And they are stringently telling me that I should combine the channels. Like, oh, I'm not going to get shadow banned, dude. Yeah. But they're like, bro, it's an MMA channel. Like, it's an open forum where you can talk about regular stuff, man. Like, if they don't want to watch it, they don't have to, but you should definitely combine the channels. I don't really think that I can, though. At least not like straight up politics. Like, if it's just straight up politics, it's not going on this channel. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. So look at that. That's right, Alex. That is absolutely right. So we're going to watch an interview with Leah Thomas because it just feels like the right thing to do. She deserves to be heard, you guys. Now, as far as I know, she hasn't done any new interviews. Since she was banned a couple hours ago. But I just figured, like, if they're going to make such a sweeping ruling, like, she can never swim against girls again. I just figured people should probably want to see this person, like beyond just the things that you read in the papers or on your websites or whatever. You should actually see her do an interview because she's just a screaming example of femininity. What? Yes, I am. I am the first trans swimming champion. Everything about me is female. Did you say everything? Every single thing about me is female. Why don't you just name one thing about you that's female? Well, I changed my name to Leah. All right. Okay, noted. You changed your name to Leah. What else? Well, I grew my hair a little bit longer. All right. Okay. So that's two things. You changed your name to Leah and you grew your hair a little longer. I've been on hormones for 1 year. Okay. You don't look any different. I'm just saying, you look the same. Well, I'm not the same. Could you touch on your preferences in terms of who you're attracted to? Well, I'm attracted to women. Are you now? Yes, I am. And you have a fully intact package, correct? Well, that's none of your business, but yes, I do. So when you're in the locker room with the other girls, when they're getting naked, you're attracted to them, right? I don't think it's fair for me to have to answer that. Really? Oh, you don't? No, I do not. I'm a girl just like them. Are you just like them? I am exactly like them. Mm, I disagree. So I don't even know, like, I don't even know how this happened. I don't understand. I don't understand how this happened. How did this go our way, dude? I mean, not even our way, just the way that is correct. It's like, dude, I thought we lived in a world where that stuff doesn't, like, things like this don't go the direction. It's always lunacy. Oh, Sid Dave, thank you very much. Great day for humanity. These creatures, a long damn overdue reality check. I'm concerned about the exception of age 12, though. There are crazy parents out there who may force it. Okay, so thank you for the super chat, good sir. And by the way, anybody who super chats, I'm going to throw you guys straight up here. You'll get featured. I'm going to do a new thing where anybody who super chats $20 and like basically if you super chat $20 and you put any link in your thing, I'll live stream it, whatever it is. So it's basically like a share my platform situation. So like if you're trying to pump your own Instagram or like whatever, I mean, I would assume most people would want to pump their own shit. And so I'll watch a minute of whatever you guys want on the live stream and then I'll comment on it. But in fairness, the only way we can make it entertaining is I might need to tease you if it's not great content. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, why would anyone have thought that this was going to go our direction? There's no evidence that this would like. I honestly I don't understand what happened. You know what I mean? It's like, wait, someone must have hit their head and just oh that's what common sense feels like. Oh my head hurts. Yeah. Well, maybe you should rule on that before you come to your senses or someone virtue signals you. I honestly think that I honestly think that the decision came as a direct result of that interview of her. Like she did an interview 2 weeks ago. It's like, oh, I have the perfect thing that we're gonna watch in a second. But hang on, let me do this. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Oh my god, this is gonna be so good. This is gonna be so good. But first, I have to. Oh, wait a minute. What the? See, the problem with this software right here, I'm gonna just tell you guys, is you can't upload your own thumbnail like through Streamlabs unless someone knows how to do it. I don't know how to do it, and so I have to like come over here and like edit this live stream while I'm doing it, while trying to simultaneously talk and do stuff, which is hard. I'm not a perfect person. I can't multitask very well. I mean, geez. Um, And I literally don't even know how to do this. God, this is infuriating, man. So what I'm going to show you guys though is I'm going to show you guys this one of these like reactions, like it's like a compilation of ludicrous TikToks. Apparently, you know, very relevant to this particular topic. Oh, there we go. Let's try this. Let's try this. Okay, so sorry, you guys. You're gonna have to just bear with me for a second because I can't. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose it, dude. I don't. Hey, you guys, can everybody like this video real quick, by the way? There we go. I did it, you guys. I did it. I fucking did it, you guys. I'm a genius. I knew that if I stuck to my guns, that I would figure out a way to get a thumbnail uploaded. All right, now I can actually pay attention. So, first thing, we are going to watch some of, Leah Thomas's interview. Let's do it, you guys. Ready? Boom. What is this, swim, swam?
I'm excited to sit down and talk with you about your journey through swimming and through transitioning into becoming a woman. First of all, can you take us through
He looks
that
like a nice
transition
guy.
period for you? Why it was the right time when you decided to start that transition and what that process looked like for you?
Yeah, sure. So I started my transition period in May of 2019.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't really know what, like, where do you cross the line into just overtly mean? Where I'm like, it's more, I don't want to do that. Like, I mostly just want to make fun of the utter ridiculousness of the entire situation. It's like, okay, so it's a 6'4" person, fully intact twigs and berries, twig berries, is beating all the female swimmers by 40 seconds. And it's a girl now, huh? Yes, she's a woman. And then this is where you get into the gray area where I really, really want to say, well, she doesn't really look like one, Like, I'm just saying, like, she doesn't really look like one. If I saw her just walking down the road and she even halfway convinced me that she was a girl, I would be like, that's one enormous girl, dude. That is an enormous girl. Dude, check this out. I was at, so in 2015, when I was running my Major League Fantasy, we had a partnership with a professional sports organization. And I was at their home, like the office. And this woman worked there. It's an NBA team. And this woman worked there who 100% must have been like a former WNBA player, because she's the biggest human I've ever seen. She was enormous for a dude. She's probably like 6'8" or something like that, maybe 6'9". I cannot even explain to you how big this chick was, dude. And there's something about her being that big. You see a dude that's that big and you're like, Jesus, man. Like NBA players, like, breaks your brain. You're like, how the fuck are they that tall, man? Like, a person who's 6'10" looks crazy to you. They look like a different species. But to see a girl that big was shocking, dude. Fucking shocking. What the? Thank you, bro. That is much appreciated, good sir. So, but yeah, I mean, Leah Thomas is not 6'9", but she kind of looks like a dude. I'm just saying. She kind of looks like a dude.
That's when I started hormone replacement therapy, which is the medical transition for trans people. For trans women, it's a combination of estrogen and testosterone blockers, which basically gives you female puberty, and you see fat redistribution, muscle loss, facial changes, all that. And so I started that in May 2019.
Okay. So I'll be straight. I don't care if people transition. I don't care. Like, I don't care. If it makes them happy, do whatever you want. Seems really bizarre to me, but what do I know? And my opinion shouldn't matter to anyone as it relates to what they do for their own life. But that's not like when I watched this interview, this is the first time I've seen it, by the way. The thing that I find challenging to watch without being mean is the level of smugness that these people have. Like as if they're doing something grandiose. You know what I mean? Like, it's like just the way that, I don't know if you guys can pick up on that, but she's talking about it like she's doing something utterly heroic. You're like, okay, again, if you want to do it, do it. Obviously, you should just bow out of women's sports, you know, like you should obviously just bow out of women's sports because obviously, I don't care if you're trans or whatever. I mean, I realize it's, you know, probably a diagnosable issue, but you at least had some form of common sense when you were a dude and knew that it would be ridiculous for a dude to just go beat the shit out of the girls, right? Like you knew that. Of course you knew that, right? Because every male athlete knows that, right? Right. Okay, cool. So what changed between when you had a brain and were a dude and now when you are self-aggrandizing yourself for transitioning for whatever reason that seems like a, you know, a thing that needs to be like, look at her face, man. Look at her eyes. She's like, I've never been more excited to talk about anything. So I started my transition in 2019. Oh, I just knew I was a woman immediately. It's like I already knew. I kind of always knew. And then as soon as I started taking hormone replacement, I was like, wow, I am a woman. They're like, so how long between when you started taking the hormones and when you got that feeling? I would say like 48 hours. So, yeah, they don't work that fast. They don't work that fast. So I don't know. Like they don't work that fast. So here's a story. I'll give you guys, it's relevant. David and Goliath, thank you very much, sir. Congratulations to all women. Women can compete freely without these forcing themselves into women's sports. This has gone too far. Yes. And this, you know, this is a good outcome. Finally. I think I'm going to block. You're on timeout, Rogue. Just don't spam my shit, bro. Anyway, so here's the deal. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, what? Oh, sorry. I misread that. Okay, so check this out. So that's right, dude. That's exactly right. The number one You think that I was born a man? I wasn't. I decided it was what I wanted to be. So I spoke my truth and I took control of my life, my gender, and I took it into my own hands. And I built this savage beast that you see in front of you now. And you know why? Because I always knew I was a man, even when I was a girl. So here's the deal. So last night, Gabrielle and I were out. We went to the fights. We went to the fights, came back to our hotel, drank at the hotel for a while. We went and met Anthony and his coach at the DoubleTree. Big crew of us went over to some bar, that's a place called the Dive Bar downtown Austin, which is actually pretty fun, man. But long story short, Gabrielle and I got back to our hotel super fucking late, like 2:15 or something like that. And we went up and then we came back down to get waters. And there's just this one dude working the front desk. And his name was Fernando. And he was fucking hilarious. Like the most flamboyantly homosexual person ever. But like legit clever and fucking hilarious. Like he was just like, he's like, I couldn't even do it justice. There's no way I could fucking do it justice. He's all, I'm not eating these fries because it's a new time and it's the new me, you guys. He's 50, right? He's like, it's the new me. And I'm serious. And I was like, dude, it's the new you, man. I can already tell you are a newly evolved version of Fernando. He's like, I am. He was fucking hilarious. We talked to him for like, I don't know, 30 minutes, probably like 2:15 to 2:45 or something like that. And I said to Gabrielle, like, when we went up, I was like, okay, I'm going to ask you an honest question, Gabrielle. If Fernando like grew up in modern times, is he trans now? Like, is he like, cause he's like, I think I can speculate with basic 1000% certainty that he's not the top, right? 1000%. He's a girl in a dude's body. Fucking hilarious though. But like, he's just a gay dude, which is normal. So all this like heavy promotion on the trans stuff, that's kind of my point on it. Is like, I think he would have gone through major gender reassignment surgery. If I was going to guess, if I was going to guess, I would say that he would have, just because it's so like, and if you tell kids it's cool, it's, it's not like some super invasive kind of horrifying to think about process. It's like, oh, no. There's no one higher in the social hierarchy now, than if you transition, as Leah Thomas is excited to tell us about.
I'd first realized I was trans the summer before in 2018. There was a lot of uncertainty. I didn't know what I would be able to do, if I would be able to keep swimming. And so I decided to swim out the 2018-2019 year on the men's team as a man without coming out. And that caused a lot of distress to me. I was struggling, my mental health was not very good. There was a lot of unease about basically just feeling trapped in my body. Like it didn't align.
Okay. So here's the deal. If she's saying that she just started feeling it when she was, in 2018, like, that is not what has been traditionally reported. I've read a bunch of stuff about this. Like, I've read a lot about it. And people, because here's the thing, me just make perfectly clear. People being transgender is a 100% real thing. And from any semblance of research that I've ever done, people who are actually trans know from when they're super young. Like when they're super fucking young. So I realized I was trans when I was 18, 19 years old. That seems really weird to me, but who knows? This doesn't seem like a person who has, all the marbles cooking upstairs, Like, and the other thing too is like, look, I don't like bullies. I just don't like people whose base settings are completely disconnected from any form of empathy or thinking about other people. And while it might appear, like I go pretty hard in the paint on the channel on people sometimes, but I don't ever do that unless I think like I'm either doing it in jest, like I'm kind of joking, or the person deserves it. Like and I'm not like in a way where I'm, like not like these Twitter trolls who are like actively just looking for justification that they can go destroy someone's life. I'm just saying if they even bring someone up on the channel, I'm usually like, yeah, they kind of earn this, And with this one, or just this kind of one thing I always have to remind myself is these are like really young kids too. Like Leah Thomas is not a peer of mine. I'm legit like twice her age. Even though she's 7 times larger than any, adult that I know. but with her and with many, many other people that fall into this category, it's the way that they describe their experience where you're like, Jesus, man, is there anyone on earth besides you, Leah? Like, is there any other person on earth besides you, or is it just you that matters? It's just really distressing for me to be on the men's team. And so, I moved my talents over to the female division because, that's where I got to live my truth. So you got to live your truth. Yes. And I felt fully liberated. I felt finally able to express myself and show people who I really am. So how were other people affected by you doing the thing that you're describing? I don't think that anyone would have been affected other than being totally inspired by my story. Did you not hear they're doing like a full Sports Illustrated spread about me? I'm a really fucking big deal. People are inspired. Oh, is that what it is? People are inspired. You know who else got a spread on Sports Illustrated? Some girl whose body is shaped like this on the cover of, the swimsuit edition. So you're in great company, dude. The hottest swimsuit model is a poster child of diabetes, and the number one female swimmer looks like a dude who got hair extensions. A big dude. It's like, but so it's like, how does that affect other people? Because no, inspiration is not what you're providing. You're providing cannon fodder for activists to act as if anyone who opposes this is a bigot. And primarily, any of these woke outlets are loving that they get to talk about you. But how about the stuff that actually matters? Like what people say about you in the media does not matter. Like this doesn't matter. So how are people actually being affected by your choices? I mean, me swimming on the women's side? Yeah, dude. you swimming on the women's side. I don't really know what you're driving at. Okay. I'm going to give you a pass for that since you're like a child. But let me just walk you through this. Why do people compete in sports? They want to better themselves and, they want to be the best version of themselves. And yeah. But how do they demonstrate excellence in their sport? Well, they do their best. Wrong. They win. Okay? That's how you measure if someone's doing good in their sport, is if they fucking win or not. Okay, if someone tries their absolute, I know in your generation, participation trophies, in real life, people want to win. Participation trophy gets you dick in the real world. Get it, you guys? Get it? And so, would you agree with that, Leah? Well, yeah, I would agree with that. Okay, cool. And so you were a dude very recently, and now you're winning every single race. You're immediately the best swimmer in the country on the girls' side. Yeah, it's really impressive. I'm a real inspiration. No. You are making it to where girls who should be getting first place are getting second place. And the girls that should be getting third place are getting fourth place. Okay. All you've done is just made any meet that you participate in null and void. Like, do you feel a little bit of, you feel a little bit of pushback at your meets? You feel some I don't know, other female swimmers are getting, I don't know, a more welcoming response from the crowd than you do? Well, yes, the world is full of transphobes. Of course. Of course, that's what you'd say. Or maybe, regardless of what you're allowed to say on Twitter, the vast majority of people still live in reality where anyone can look at you and go, yeah, that person shouldn't be swimming with the girls, just shouldn't be swimming with the girls. And so the answer is the decision that you made has had a net negative effect on every single person that's anywhere near what you're doing. Okay? You're a net negative across the board, and not in a small way, in a really large way. Like a really large way. And so the only person who benefits from this is you. Everyone else, you're vampiring off of everyone else. Like if your success comes at the expense of other people, that's not success in the way that I look at it. And so she's a vampire, and she's so proud of herself, dude. Man, Rogue got off timeout for 1 second and got blocked, man. Damn, that's a new record. Demelli, thank you very much. Oh, and Indian Jesus, thank you very much. So, yeah, I mean, well, let's just watch a little bit more of this, I guess. Then we'll watch another thing.
And so after a year of that, I decided I wouldn't. It was just not working out, and I wasn't able to focus on swimming or school or friendships as much as I wanted to. And so I decided it was time to come out and begin my transition and start everything. And so I came out then to my entire team early in the fall of 2019. And I then loved swimming and wanted to keep swimming. And so that 2019-2020 school year, I was in a very awkward phase where I was on the men's team, but transitioning to a woman, basically.
And as a quick side, was this your junior season?
Yes, this was my junior year.
So 1920 junior season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the thing that's hard for me too. Is like the dude that's interviewing Leah is a good dude, man. You could just see he's like a really genuinely nice person. And so the way he sees this stuff is so completely 180 degrees from me, where it's like he genuinely just wants to, like, he's the kind of guy that wants to make sure that everybody, that no one ever feels excluded, that everyone feels welcome. I'm talking like, forget about like trans, any of this stuff. I'm just saying like in general, like he's a guy that like, if he's hosting a party, like his objective as the host is to make sure that everyone's having a good time, that no one's being mean to anyone, everyone's having a good time, and he's genuinely actually concerned about the guests at his house, you know, or the guests, whatever. Like he's like an actually really empathetic dude. And I can see that in the guy. And so his whole outlook on this is all just tied up in that exact kind of microcosm where it's like, I don't ever want anyone to feel like they're being rejected. I don't want anyone to and again, you can't look at things like this in this binary, bizarre way where it's just like, you know, inclusivity over everything else. You're all, okay. Again, how is this person's participation on the other side affecting everyone else? Negatively. Okay, cool. So this person feeling widely accepted is more important than the collective effort and, you know, competitive efforts of every female swimmer that she swims against. Like she trumps that. It's like I would never bag on the guy that's interviewing her because he's a nice dude. He thinks he's doing a nice thing. They're not thinking this through, man. And also like all the yeah, anyway, you know what? Actually, let me let me show you guys the new one, dude.
Leah Thomas, the elite college athlete who became the first openly transgender woman to win an NCAA swimming.
Competed. Largely remained quiet.
Oh my God.
Throughout the controversy.
Hold up, dude. Hold up. No, they did not throw that picture in this thing. Look at that picture, dude. Can you guys see that? Like, can you guys actually see that? Full screen my live stream so you can get a, so you can actually see that. That's ridiculous, dude. It just looks like it looks like a. I mean, come on. Look at that. Oh, it's fucking hilarious, dude.
Thomas has largely remained quiet until now.
Look at that, dude. Look at that girl. Look at that girl. Look at her feminine shoulders, her feminine face.
Oh.
I knew there would be scrutiny against me if I competed as a woman.
Right.
I was prepared for that, but I also don't need anybody's permission to be myself and to do the sport that I love.
Oh my God. I can't. I don't need anyone's permission. Well, it turns out you do, because you're banned for life. You know? basically what your contribution was, Leah, at the end of the day. Like, you got to do all these Sports Illustrated spreads, but just so we're clear, what you actually contributed to the activism movement is you represented such an absolutely ludicrous example of this is obviously not correct, that you got all trans swimmers banned for life. Nice, dude. Hey, really, really exceptional work. I hope your 15 minutes of fame was, worth it. Well, now I get to stand on my own 2 feet as a person who spoke truth to power. And sometimes power bites back. No. Actually, what you did is you prioritized yourself over every other person involved. Everyone. Like, I think that most people, if they have something that they want and they can get it and it doesn't help anyone else, but it also doesn't hurt anyone else, everybody's taking that deal. You know what I mean? Like, why would you not? It's not hurting anybody, so I'm going to go do the thing. But there's a very different sized group if it's like, hey, look, man, I got a briefcase full of $2 million. You want it? You're all, fuck yeah, I want it. They're all right. Well, the 2 million is not actually in the briefcase. I'm going to get it for you tomorrow. I'm going to go steal $20,000, okay, from 100 people. Well, who are they? Not people that you'll know. Well, can they afford to lose $20,000? Well, if you're asking that question, it looks like I already know which type of person you are. Well, I just want to know if you're robbing rich people or poor people. How many poor people do you know that have $20,000 for me to steal? Probably not very many. Cool. So you want the 2 mil? Like, there are a fair amount of people that would probably take it. I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't take that money. Like, like, I don't know. If you trade stocks, any kind of trading, when you benefit, someone else loses. That's the game. But that's not the same as stealing it from people. And like what she's doing, that like this is stealing. You're stealing from them. You don't belong in that division, obviously. Or she was stealing before she got banned, son. Before she got banned. Hey, you know where you can swim now? In the open division. What's the open division? Well, it means you get to swim against dudes and girls and trans people. Anyone who opts in for the open division. Well, how many girls do you think are going to opt in? Probably not fucking many, dude. They probably just want to swim against girls. I mean, if I was going to hypothesize, they probably just want to swim against girls. But like, I remember I read this message chain between this girl on the team and her dad, who was asking, like, and I think the article was about the girl's dad. Like, and he was talking about how he came to accept Leah Thomas as a member of this team. And the story was basically like, I went to my daughter, and by the way, I don't know if you guys can tell a difference, but when I filmed my video this morning, I literally could not connect like thoughts or words. I recorded a 22-minute video for Jesse on everything, and I tried to watch it back, and I took it down because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm incoherent. I took a nap, feel 100 times better. Anyway, but so, and then I forgot what I was talking about. Jesus, not all the way back. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, Oh, the dad. Okay. So the guy's like, I went to my daughter and I was initially like, hey, how do you feel about this? Doesn't seem fair. Doesn't seem fair. And the article is this evolution of the daughter who's woke AF explaining to her father why it's important to her that Leah swims on the team. And they included points like, if I have to take second or third or fourth so that trans people across the world can feel included, then I'm willing to make that sacrifice. It's like, oh my God, shut the fuck up. Seriously, like, come on, dude. You can't all be martyrs, dude. Everyone can't be the fucking hero of this story. Leah's not a hero, and you certainly are not a fucking hero because you're getting social credit scores, being willing to sacrifice your own success for some nebulous idea of inclusivity that 95% of the world is like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's just like, shut up, man. Shut the fuck up with that. I can't. But so the dad, I will say his logic for this, because initially he's like, what the fuck is this? Like everybody with common sense. But I will say this, that like his logic for why he decided to just accept it, it was sound logic. Because he was like, like as a parent, your job is to instill values in your kid, instill, how they visualize their life. Like what are they going to do? How are they going to make it in the world? Like if you die tomorrow, how are they going to make it in the world? You can't do it for them. So you're supposed to prepare them. You guide them, and then you kind of, and then it's like, okay, now fly away, little bird. Fly away. Fly away, little bird. And so he said that he's like, ultimately, it's not me swimming. He's like, it's not me that's going to get second place. It's not me that's going to get third place. My instinct that I didn't like it was all from the position of being protective for my daughter. But my daughter is an intelligent grown-up now. And if she's telling me passionately that she's cool with it, then why would I spend my energy being against it if I'm trying to protect a person who doesn't want protection? I was like, all right. I mean, I would still kind of push back on that and go, but what about common sense, man? Like, I know I have daughters. Like, I know, prepare them for the world and then let them fly away, little dove. But they're also still fucking kids, dude. Okay. It's cute that she has a lot of really passionate ideas. Like, it's really cute. I had a lot of passionate ideas when I was 19 too. But there's this thing, the thing that lives in the middle of everything, which is just common fucking sense. So it's cute. It's cute that your daughter is so, woke AF. But you can still have common sense on this. You don't need to go, in the Washington Post and validate that, like, I am totally cool with Leah Thomas, and it's because my daughter knows what she wants and she's gonna get it. Shut up. How come everybody's just trying to get attention from this thing? That's the whole thing. All of this shit. I will answer that question. 7 Tuesdays is a wine that was my uncle's, and he passed away. But it was like so he was in Napa, like he, lived in Napa, and he was a major wine consultant. And there was always this like really, this big, like argument between the winemakers and the grape growers, which was when the right time to harvest the grapes were. where like the growers wanted to harvest them when they were their biggest because that's the most weight, so they get the most money for them. And the winemakers were always saying, well, no, we don't want them at that stage. We want them a little bit more grown because something about the flavor, whatever. And this is like decades, fucking decades of them arguing over this. And they were talking the entire Napa Valley when, globally, like a bunch of wine people, get their marching orders from from Napa. So my uncle did a blind harvest test 7 consecutive Tuesdays. So they picked every Tuesday for 7 straight Tuesdays. And then and they made wine out of it. And they brought all the growers and all the fucking wine people. And they made them blind taste test it to see if they could tell the difference. And they couldn't. So he solved this like decades old argument in the wine business. And then so he had a wine brand, which he called 7 Tuesdays. So I got it after he died. He would have not been super stoked on Leah. He's like, he's as like hippie fucking guy as there's ever been. But he's not going to be done with this because he's a fucking athlete. He'd have been like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why is this person swinging against girls? Thank you, Johnny Cash.
Assigned male at birth, Thomas grew up in Austin, Texas, where she says she fell in love with swimming when she was just 4. But as she grew, she says she felt increasingly disconnected to her body.
I didn't feel like I was a boy. I was like, this isn't me. This isn't who I am.
Thomas earned a spot at her Ivy League dream school, Penn, on the men's team.
I don't understand. Why can't she say this without that like glowing smirk as if she is like owed our, I don't know, glowing attention? Like that's what I'm saying. Is like if you build the rules out to where people who are trans are celebrated to the 50th degree, this is what you get. Like a person who transitions beats the shit out of all the girls, and when they talk about it, they talk as if they're doing something crazy, amazing, and brave. And you're like, dude, are you serious? You think it's super brave? What you look like to me is a person who's extraordinarily socially awkward, who's never been the center of attention ever before, and you figured out a cheat code to be the center of attention, and it's kind of working out. Look at that. You're getting interviewed by fucking ESPN and ABC. But your little microcosm world where, you walk around campus, go, oh my God, there's Leah, the openly trans woman swimmer. Hi, Leah. Hi. Everyone wants to give you a hug to show they're so accepting of your way of life because it's 2022. You live in a bubble, bruh. Okay? You live in a bubble. The reason why you're as big a deal as you are is because the rest of the world, who are afraid to say these things out loud, because whatever, but yeah, we don't feel like that. Okay. Like we don't feel like there's any, there's no reason that we need to put you up on a big pedestal and give you hugs and, it's like my crew, we're all, hey man, hey look, there's that Leah, come here, Leah. Daps, dude, Daps, man, you are stunning and brave, man. It's like, gosh, I can't believe the bravery that you have, to do this big grandiose thing and beat the shit out of girls and and get put on Sports Illustrated. So stunning and brave, you know, because society's not set up to glorify this shit for some reason. You know, just feels like the pendulum has swung maybe a bit too far to the other side. The deal breaker is, oh yeah, here, let's look at that. Watch this, you guys. There. So Leah Thomas banned as FINA. Yeah. As FINA votes to restrict transgender women from competitions. Budapest. Ooh, not a lot of woke people in Budapest, apparently. You know? So you go over to Hungary, not so much on the wokeness. World Swimming's governing body has effectively banned transgender women from competing in women's events starting Monday. FINA members widely adopted a new gender inclusion policy. I love it. Even when they're banning transgenders, they have to they have to call it a gender inclusion policy. On Sunday, that only permits swimmers who transition before age 12, really, to compete in women's events. The organization also proposed an open competition category. So, in other words, we're going to do the common sense thing, but we can't do it without virtue signaling. You know, like we can't do it without virtue signaling. So it's like, hey, listen, man, if you want to swim against the girls, just you have to transition before you're 12. You're all what? Whoa, what? What are you talking about? Wait, what? JOF know the question and knows income from their app sites is possible if the subject is mentioned. He's aware, but not gonna throw all his effort away. I am confused. But here's the thing, like in terms of people, like, you know, oh, you're gonna get shadow banned. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Like, I watch a lot of YouTube content about, you know, about this topic. And I'm not saying anything that I haven't heard a million times on other channels. But yeah, I mean, like, you just need to, like, at the end of the day, dude, at the end of the day, like, you're on, like, I'm on Google's platform. Like, I'm on YouTube. I've never complained about anything that they've done, because ultimately, like, it's my responsibility to know what the rules are. So it's like, I got a strike. I got a warning and a strike on my other channel. One of them, the first one, the warning, in hindsight, I was like, that was an extraordinarily reckless video that I did. And I should have known that would happen. Now, the other one, I kind of just stumbled onto a topic that I did not realize was that big of a thing. Like, because I tried to talk about it very carefully, but it's like, I probably should have known better on that one. But this is just like, this is like social commentary. And I think I'm actually being pretty fair to everybody. Like that's like YouTube is not a place where you have to solely agree that Leah Thomas is a beautiful woman and perfect. She was born female. Like you don't have to do that on YouTube. YouTube and Google are not the same as Twitter. I hear what you're saying, but I've said a lot of stuff on my channels, a lot. And, like, I think I do a good job of positioning it in a way that's like, I'm calling her, I'm not even doing the thing that like the Daily Wire guys do, where they just like refuse to even call her, which I just think like that thing, that's just kind of like, I mean, I don't care. I'll tell you, like, my thing is don't tell me to invent a word. Okay. My pronoun is zir. Nope. No. Mm-mm. What do you mean no? I mean no. You can't say no. I just did. Okay. If you want to be called her, I will call you her. If you want to be called she, I will call you she. If you want to be called he, I'll call you he or him. Those are your fucking options, dude. I'm not reinventing the English language for it to suit your feelings. Okay. Choose whatever you want because I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care. If you're making an effort to look like a girl and that clearly is the way that you're going, I will call you her. I'm not going to call you Zer. I'm not fucking doing it, dude. Not to mention, anybody who asked me to call them Zer, I would instantly be like, well, I'm never talking to this idiot again. Definitely not going to talk to this fucking moron ever again. Oh, I remember the thing I was going to show you guys. Oh, this is going to be really good. Oh my God, who's this person? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that thumbnail, you guys. That's just priceless. With the American flag back there. Who put that together? Someone with some real artistic panache. Oh yeah. Boop, boop, boop. I don't know. Oh yeah. Here we go. Hey. What the hell? Hang on. Let me see if it's over here because I'm going to show you guys this video of like it's one of those ones of Ben Shapiro reacting to woke TikToks. They're so funny, dude. There it is. Yes. All right. You guys are in for a treat now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. So let's do this, you guys. Actually, I am Jewish. 70%. 70% Ashkenazi Jew. True story. 23andMe it. Yes.
Source.
It's the best mind yet.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh yeah!
Here is Madison Cawthorn's definition of a woman. X chromosomes, no tallywhacker. And this gives me a chance to talk about biological essentialism.
Okay, can we stop?
Okay. This is my biggest pet peeve, dude. You're a dude. Like, there are 100% of human beings that know that you're a dude. Everyone knows that. Biological essentialism?
For a second, I don't want to hear anything about biology from this person. If this person walked into a room and started lecturing you about their knowledge of man and woman, they have some pretty good indicators. This person.
And yet it is, my friend.
Doesn't know about those things. Just a few indicators. Okay, here we go. The Joker telling us about gender. There we go.
First of all, it's not true. People have all kinds of chromosomes and all kinds of bodies. Women who've had hysterectomies, people born with certain conditions, but that's almost immaterial. Number two, it is a system of oppression.
Oh, God.
Gender is a hierarchy and a system of oppression.
Can you stop it there for a second? Okay, so I have a question. If gender is a system of oppression, why would a man ever identify as a woman? Really? I've been informed that gender is a system of oppression by this human. And this human presumably thinks that, historically speaking, women were the disadvantaged. So why would a man ever identify as a woman? Wouldn't all women identify as men in order to avoid the system of oppression? In fact, why don't we just obliterate gender as a category altogether? And then you would not have to identify as a woman or as non-binary or as anything related to gender. Weird. Self-contradictory. Almost as though there's no logic and these are all insane people.
And the easier it is to define gender, the easier it is to keep the oppression going.
And definitions are oppression, guys.
It's dangerous.
Definitions are dangerous, guys. By the way, this is a typical line that the left likes to use.
It's dangerous. Is it? Tell me what's dangerous about it. Well, it promotes a system of oppression. What exactly does that mean? How are you oppressed right now? You're a dude with makeup on getting automatically promoted by TikTok because the Chinese government uses that platform to weaken and break our culture. We are exactly what they want us to be right now. Okay. I figured TikTok out, you guys. Some of you guys who are newer to the channel may not realize this. I got my start on TikTok and I blew up over there. Like, I just was like, I'll just post one. I'll do one, like February of 2020, I started. And I was like, I'll just do a TikTok a day. And I'll do it for 2 years and see what happens. And inside 4 months, I was flying. And so that was my staging point for how I built social media. Like, trying to build on YouTube, just directly on YouTube, if you're just kind of like, all right, I'm going to start posting stuff on YouTube. Ask anyone who's been cranking on YouTube for 3-4 years and cannot get any traction, even though their content is good and even though they have, talent. It's because the key is you have to get some kind of like uplift from the beginning so that the algorithm on YouTube you have to have a certain kind of like base amount of people for them to base the algorithm on. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. But so I got all the way to 293,000 followers on TikTok. And I started noticing that all of my community guideline violations, because I got a lot of them, had a common theme, every time that I did anything that looked like strong guy, they would community guidelines it. You know, they would call it dangerous acts, shit like that. You know, like so I get into like habits or not habits. I get like obsessive about like certain random things. And for a couple years, I threw knives. Like I had this huge tree in my backyard, and I just learned how to throw knives. And then so like at my next house in 2020 or 21, whatever it is, like I had like a knife throwing target, and I filmed myself throwing knives at a target, like it's like throwing darts, but throwing knives. And they community guidelines it. Dangerous acts. Throwing a fucking knife at a target. I shot a BB gun in one. Dangerous acts. The community guidelines my stories all the time. To the point where I started looking and I'm like, wait, so all these lunatic wokesters, they get their shit. Like if I came on there wearing a clown wig and I was like, it's just finally my authentic me. I traded in my throwing knives for a pair of vicious stilettos because it's 2022. And what it's like to be cool in America is you need to be a fucking hardcore confident woman. They would throttle that content. They throttle the shit out of that. Where at the same time, if I would like do, it's like me lifting weights, doing anything that's like gonna make me strong. They're like, make sure no one sees that. Make sure no one sees that. And if you ever like, so if you upload on TikTok and it takes like, normally you would upload and then like you'd see people start to see it pretty quickly. If it just sits there for like a minute or two and it's still at 0, that means that you're getting manually reviewed. And I got on some list where every single video that I did was manually reviewed, 100% of them. Like it's still, if I posted one today, it would be the same thing. And I noticed that anytime that I said anything like even moderately commented on woke shit, like any kind of woke shit at all, they would it would get like no views. I mean, not none, but like, like say I was averaging 35,000 views per video or something like that. Like it would get like 4, like a 90% reduction. So I know that the community, whoever these people are that are manually reviewing, they have a button that they click that just limits reach, like they're like, okay, it's acceptable, but we don't need this like going out very large. And so they limit the reach. And you've got these content moderators that are all Leah Thomas's. Oh, Leah, you are my favorite person. You are so brave. Oh, I can't believe that we live in a world where anyone would object to you living your truth and swimming against girls. Girl, call me this weekend. That's who's doing the content moderation. All of them. All of them. And I basically have come to the theory that that's intentional from China and probably other interests. Because obviously we're in the middle of a destabilization process. I mean, I assume everybody's smart enough to recognize that. But like, yeah, I mean, they want us weak. Okay. A bunch of national collective pride is the worst possible thing for what their interests are. They want us divided. That's why they do intersectionality. When they did, revolutions in previous countries, they would do the workers versus the owners. That shit doesn't work in the United States. And so they figured out the next way they could do that, which is oppression, the oppression, hierarchy. Oh my God. I love when someone will just like throw something like that out there. They're all, hey man, fucking idiot. It's not actually it is, bro. 100% it is. So I would suggest in the future, if you're going to make a statement and call anyone who thinks the other thing retards, maybe like double check that you're right, because you're fucking wrong. Yeah, Ashkenazi Jew is 100% an ethnicity. An ethnicity that happens to have the highest IQ per capita on planet Earth. I'm just saying. Probably a coincidence, though. I mean, probably just a coincidence. But yeah, okay, so let's watch more of this.
If you define things, that makes it dangerous. And they play all of these semantic, idiotic Martin Heidegger word games, and it's just ridiculous. What they do with gender and sex, you can do with literally anything. Or if I say to you, tell me what dog means, and you say, member of the canine family. I say, well, how do you know? How do you know? I mean, after all, do you know what's in that dog's head? Do you know what that dog is thinking? And you say, well, you know, 4 legs, member of the well, I can say, well, some dogs have 3 legs. Some have no tail.
Exactly.
Some are very small. Some are very large. And you don't know. How do you know? You can play these sort of dumb games with pretty much any word, but they're now constructing an entire world narrative around it. It's amazing.
Hi, I have a question for white people. Did you ever ask your grandparents or parents if they ever attended any lynchings?
What the hell?
Well, I don't open my breakfast that way.
If they ever, I don't know, attacked black people at a diner, do milkshakes at them? If they ever attacked and bullied black kids going to school when integration happened?
No.
Because black people, we have the conversations with our family. We know what our parents and grandparents went through.
What do you want, a medal?
But who was doing all that? If our people are still alive and they experienced it, who were the white people doing that to them? Because y'all love to act like that is so far removed from our current reality, from current times.
Yeah, because it is.
But what happened to our family, the perpetrators could be in your house.
Nope.
So do y'all ask? I'm really curious.
Don't be in the...
Oh,
and then I love the comment at the end. Don't be in the comments sharing what your racist family did, trying to gain sympathy. Reflect. Take it up with... So if your family said no, don't share it in the comments because you're trying to get sympathy. Instead, take it up with a therapist. So this is what we call a non-falsifiable thesis.
Sorry. Mine's 137 when I got it tested. So that girl, exactly. I'm going to go back to the first thing I was saying about Leah. Smug, dude. Smugness. Like a position they get to take where they get to do the moral high ground above all other people because, hey, I bet you haven't asked your grandparents what they blah, blah. Okay. Let me ask you a question, sweetheart. So let's say hypothetically that one of my ancestors did something super fucked up to black people. Like call it, I don't know. My great-great-grandpa did that. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? I never met that dude. Like, I never fucking met that guy. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Well, what about your parents? Yeah, I can pretty much tell you for 1,000% sure that my parents were never throwing milkshakes at anybody, much less people because they didn't like their race. That's not a thing. Well, maybe you're one of the good ones because you actually asked. No, I didn't have to ask, actually. You know, I just didn't have to do that. I didn't have to play the game of like, oh, I'm white, so, you know, let's just dig through our family history and it's ridiculous. It's like, I honestly, the thing about the ancestors, I can't, dude. Like, I literally can't. It's the most asinine shit ever. You want me to, let me just put in perspective how fucking stupid that argument is. Well, your ancestors did blah, blah, blah to blah, 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 and, you know, blah, blah, blah. You're all, okay. So, like, let's say hypothetically that you have 4 people in your family, or 4 siblings. right? Like you got 4 siblings. And 3 of you guys come out great. You know, come out super well balanced. You know, you got everything working for you. And then you have this one brother who's just always a fuck up, man. From Jump Street, he was getting drunk when he was 8. Dude, what's your problem, bro? I mean, Jesus, man. Like, what is your fucking problem, dude? Get it together, man. I don't want to get it together. I want to drink. I just want to fucking drink. I mean, okay. They turned 12. You know, they lost their virginity at 10 to like a 16-year-old girl. And you're like, damn, that's kind of gangster, but also really fucking weird, man. Like, why are you living so fast, kid? I just want to get in them drawers. You're 10. Yeah. Yeah, I am. But I represent with the teenagers, y'all. I don't understand this kid. He's my brother, but I don't understand. Why is he behaving this way? And then when he's 21, you know, he's just like consistently, you know, gotten worse as he got older, and he shot somebody. You know, you try to help him, you try to take him to rehab, all that shit. And he shot and killed someone. Let's say followed a girl. This is actually a true story. The first person that ever punched me in the face in my entire life is this dude named Casey Deshita in high school when I was a freshman. And he was like my buddy, and we were like fake boxing. And he hit me and pretended like he didn't mean to, you know, like he tried to like act like he didn't mean to. He fucking for sure meant to. So that guy, fast forward to, let's see. This is a fucking crazy story, dude. So 2014. So he was, yeah. So 2014 in Lemon Grove, just outside of San Diego. This girl named Jennifer Krajnak is someone that he's like friends with, kind of like at this bar. And oh my God. Oh my God. They did a documentary about this. I didn't even fucking know this. So anyways, this girl named Jennifer Krajnak, and she's like friends with Casey, and he like just trying to hit on her, whatever. But he was spooking her out. And he followed her on the street after she left, and he fucking murdered her. He shot her in the head, killed her. He's doing life in prison. This is a dude that like I said, a guy who I would be like play sparring with when I was fucking 14 years old. He was like a buddy. I mean, you know, he's not like one of my good friends or anything, but like if we were in the same class, we would sit together. You know what I mean? Like he's not someone that I hung out with very much outside of school, but like in class, we would choose to sit next to each other and fuck around in class, you know? This fucking guy, he was always weird though, dude, which is why I didn't hang out with him outside of school. But he smoked this girl, dude, killed her. So anyway, point being, going back to the original, you know, straw man. So your brother does that, right? Let's say the exact situation, just smokes a girl. All right. So does that make me guilty of murder? Because my fuck up brother that wouldn't listen to shit. I tried to help this fucking idiot 1,000 times, and this dumb fuck couldn't get it together. And ultimately he fucking smokes a girl. That's on me. But you're going to stick that on my fucking jacket? You know? So that's ridiculous in and of itself. Obviously, you don't put that shit on the sibling. So now let's just take it to a whole nother level. Hey, what about your great grandpa? My fucking great grandpa. I couldn't pick that motherfucker out of a lineup. I don't know who I don't even know my great grandpa's fucking name. Well, it turns out that he was a racist. I mean, if you go back to my great 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 grandfather, he probably murdered a person with an axe. You know, like you go back far enough, someone in my bloodline has definitely taken an axe and put it in someone else's head. Am I guilty of that murder too? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why do I need to go talk to my parents about whether they threw, like, I know I'm not fucking throwing milkshakes at anybody. If I ever saw anyone do that, I'd beat the shit out of them or lose a fight trying to defend them. But one way, like, I'm not going to let somebody throw a milkshake at, in a racist attack. Why are you trying to paint me with the dirty brush? Science.
Also, no, I don't normally open conversations with my parents and grandparents by asking, have you ever lynched somebody? Is that the way you open conversations? It's real awkward.
Brother man, thank you very much. Do you think Nina and Amanda will speak out against trans? No, I don't. No, Amanda's just cool. Like, Amanda's just cool. She's not going to take any kind of position that's going to ruffle people's feathers, dude. She's just like a happy person. Amanda Nunes is fucking awesome, dude. She's a really just like good, likable person. I think she's fucking awesome. But no, I don't think they're going to speak out on that. Unless it became an issue, like, it's not going to matter because fucking Dana would never allow, unless it was Leah Thomas. He's like, hey, Leah, why don't you try your hand in women's sports on our side? Just let Cyborg fucking smash her. Oh, it's not so easy if you're not swimming in a pool with a bunch of college girls, huh? How about when you fight a real woman? How's that taste? How's your bloody lip, Leah? Oh my God, I've been live.
Also, I have no evidence that, like, my parents were Jews growing up in Skokie in North.
He was not. Friendly reminder that Elon Musk is a fucking.
I'm sorry. I can't even get through the first. Friendly reminder that. We're doing the thing again. Friendly reminder. Don't care. Friendly reminder that Leah Thomas is not an actual woman. Even if there's some shit like that, I'd be like, shut up. Why are you talking like that?
Maniac. First of all, he was not self-made. He was born rich because his father owned an emerald mine in Zambia. Land that was illegally stolen, by the way, during colonialism. Then he bought his founder title at Tesla. He literally did not start that company or invent anything. He supported a coup in Bolivia so that he could get access to the lithium. And the National Labor Rights Board found that he was breaking the law by suppressing unionization efforts. He's a human being, not a role model. Eat the rich, babes.
Oh, God. Fucking people, man. Hey, brainwashed fucking moron. Do you want to know what your place in this story is, guy? You're the idiot that's so impressionable and so predictable that the rich that control the media will convince you of whatever they want you to believe so that you'll go on TikTok and say crazy shit like this. Where were you on Elon Musk before he wanted to buy Twitter? Oh, all of a sudden he wants to buy Twitter. Now he's the fucking worst person on earth because they told you that he's the worst person on earth. Like, does anyone ever have a fucking original thought in these groups? You ever actually like analyzed anything? Like, I've got a lot of fucking character flaws. But a lack of original thought ain't one of them. You won't ever find an opinion of mine that is not thoroughly vetted through my own logic process. I just have no tolerance for it, dude. Where I can just, like, a person who's been injected with an opinion and then they think that they're so confident in the opinion that they would start, their fucking rant like that. Public service announcement. A man who has a penis and then says he's a woman is a woman that second. Bigot. Straight shooter, thank you very much. Get a stream deck and another camera to switch back and forth when you're having mock conversation. Yeah, I mean, I thought about that. Seems like a lot of work, you know? And I actually think it might be really hard to like manage it, you know, or like doing it at the time. But I have thought about that. Friendly reminder. Look at his eyes, dude.
Yeah, they're those crazy eyes. Those crazy socialist eyes. One of my favorite things about white woke people walking the streets of presumably,
If y'all don't mind.
just genius work here.
I'm just going to say this.
Oh, no.
If y'all don't mind.
There it is already.
I am.
Already. I'm just going to say this, if y'all don't mind. I've established now that anyone who disagrees with what I'm about to say is a piece of shit. You're either with me or you're a piece of shit. Fuck you.
So sick of right-wing men coming into my mentions and asking me stupid, basic biology questions like, what is a woman?
Woman, answer it.
Are babies valuable? I have given birth to not one, not two, but 3 full humans and raised them with the help of my husband. I am a mother, but I'm not your mother.
I like her
If you
so
need
far.
answers to basic biological questions, you need to Google it or ask your mama. Stay out of my mentions. Be blessed.
I like her. I don't understand. What the fuck did she do wrong? She's like, I'm not your mom, bitch. Fuck you. If you want to figure out a question like that, just Google it because everybody knows it. Like, I don't understand. She didn't do anything wrong. That's the first woke TikTok I've ever seen where I was kind of like, oh, I kind of like her, actually. You know?
Source.com/Ben. Enter promo code Ben at checkout.
White TikTokers, content creators, listen up. You want to know how to make the biggest impact on this app? An impact on the world? This is your advice. Follow as many creators of color as you can find. Follow them all. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what group.
Hero
If
music.
they don't look like you, if they don't believe like you, if they're not the same faith as you, follow them.
Hero.
Again, guys. We are in a land of proclamations of strength and power. If you don't agree with me, then I don't think you've actually listened to what I was saying. I said find creators of color and follow them. Yes. All of them.
Listen to them.
Yes.
Go into their lives. Listen to them talk. Listen to their guests. Go into their comments. Read the comments.
Yeah.
Read them all.
Read every comment.
And resist the urge.
Read them
that
all.
drive to put your 2 cents in. Don't put your opinion. Just listen.
Hey, unlike you putting your 2 cents in right now, hey, resist the urge to put your 2 cents in. And by the way, I'm going to do a minute-long video of me dropping knowledge on you, son. Hey, resist the urge to respond, though, dude. This is one of those things where I'm just bestowing information on you. And you're going to take it, and you're going to say, thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy, for that amazing information that you gave me. Now lap it up, doggy. Go eat that information out of a dog bowl, little bitch. Take that motherfucking info. Lap it up, bitch. Oh, you're not going to lap it up? You a fucking racist, man? You some kind of sick, demented motherfucking bigot? Lick that bowl clean, bitch. Shut the fuck up, guy. Oh, you think this guy's trolling? It's possible. And that would be really funny if he was.
Read.
That guy's white, like really white. Like so white, there's a picture of a mountain with
He
trees
might-
on it in the
he
background.
might be
Slightly
trolling.
overweight white man with a beard, telling you that if you're a real hero, you will subscribe. Not all heroes wear capes. Well, black and white.
Ron DeSantis's "Don't Say Gay" bill went through, and now his 15-week ban on abortion with no exceptions. The good people of Florida, unless you really think you can stop this man, you need to get the out of there and let that state just rot into the Atlantic Ocean. And be forewarned, if this guy gets the 2024 Republican nomination, the base will get him elected. He
Yeah.
is frightening.
Yeah, they will.
And they're exactly what they want.
Yeah, he is exactly
He's
what we
so
want.
much stronger than Trump.
Correct.
More electable.
Yes.
That man, we need to stop now.
Oh, God.
That little tag at the end's kind of weird.
Ron DeSantis. Like, what movie are these people watching, dude? Like, what movie are they watching? Ron DeSantis? He's like, listen, guys, you know, in Florida, we've got a policy where we're not going to force you into doing things. That's not really the role of the government. We're not going to force you to do things. You know, we're here to help you, but we're not going to make you do things because that's not what the government's supposed to do. They're all, did you hear that tyrannical fascist? Did you hear what he said? Were you hoping he was going to say that he was going to force you to do shit? What the fuck? Like, or have you just been, you know, you got your fucking brain infected or what? Well, I'll tell you one thing. This "Don't Say Gay" bill that he passed is really problematic. Is it? Have you read it? Because there's no "Don't Say Gay" in it. It's called the Parental Rights. Parental rights? Yeah, parental rights, whatever. He just says you're not allowed to talk about sex ed with children who are under 8 years old in public schools. You know? Like, do you want a random public school teacher teaching your fucking grandkid, your 5-year-old grandkid, about the birds and the bees? Because I sure as fuck don't. I'll teach him about that if there's some fucking pressing need for anyone to know anything about that fucking category. Like, the parents will tell him. And there's no reason to have that conversation before they're fucking 8 anyway, unless you're a psycho. No. This law is built out of homophobia. Really? Oh, what's up, dog? You guys, this is 40 FPS. This is the most talented animator ever. Oh my God. I'm going to show you guys, not yet. I'm going to show you guys an animated series that he made for us. Once it's done, we have 2. And I think I'm going to show you guys our other one. Actually, I don't think I can do it on a live stream because I need to put the Discord link in. Anyway, yeah, I'm actually going to wait. So, yeah, I mean, the "Don't Say Gay" bill thing is just so fucking stupid. I can't. Jesus, I've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. I gotta cut this off. All right, dudes. This was fun. I'm so sorry, Leah Thomas, that this didn't work out for you. if you didn't look so smug, I wouldn't take any pleasure in this. I don't take any pleasure in this, actually. Like, I don't take any pleasure in, like, the fact that Leah Thomas doesn't get to swim anymore. Like, in terms of, I'm not like a sadist. You know, I'm not like a fucking sadist. It's like, yeah, now live in the shame, Leah Thomas, and you don't get to compete anymore. Like, that's not my point. I'm just always rooting for common sense. Like, obviously, Leah Thomas should not be swimming against girls. The end. And also, I don't love people looking so fucking smug, you know? What the fuck is this? This is the danger zone, son. This is the live stream you come to when you've tried all the others and you realize, Jesus, the vibes I got from all these other live streams are, as soon as they cut the cameras off, they're probably giving hand jobs to random guys. I want a fucking real man to run my live stream. Where's a real man on this fucking internet? And then you stumble on this channel, you're like, there he is. Finally, I found it. A guy with some fucking balls. Huh? Some guy with some balls. Some balls. Oh, yeah? UFC 274. You think I don't have an MMA guru fucking imitation if I wanted to get nasty? I do. Nobody's my fucking daddy. If I want to play rough, it gets ugly real quick. But I don't, you know? So what kind of imbecile would think that saying that I'm not humble would be an insult in my direction? People call me a lot of things. Humble ain't one of them, dog. Humble don't pay the bills, bitch. Yeah, good luck getting miles out of that, dude. If this means my address, you should definitely come here. You should definitely do that. If this is my address, you should definitely come here. That would be a really safe move for you. That's true. That's why Leah Thomas had to flip sides, because I don't remember what his name was before he became Leah. He's all, these are not the hands that are going to work construction site. I'm not going to get calluses on my hands. And thus, in 2022, I must be transgender. Lil Red Riding Hood? Come on. Thank you, sir. All right. I will check out Lil Red Riding Hood. This better not be any weird shit, bro. What the fuck? Jesus, bro. Fucking weirdos, man. Bunch of fucking weirdos. Happy Father's Day, dog. Hey, you guys, do you know who this person is? I fucked his girlfriend. It's a true story. And I did it just because I didn't like one of his comments. So I looked up his IP address, found his address, looked up his Instagram, found his girl, slid in her DMs. She fucked me instantly. So that's why he's bitter, because I sent him a video of it. You know, one of those cuck captions? It's a fucking good video too, dude. Really good video. So he's probably going to stay angry all the time because I took the love of his life from him and I defiled her. Gabrielle filmed it. That's how we had the video. I told her, I was like, this is necessary, Gabrielle. This guy's bringing heat on my channel. I need to break him. I need to take the thing he loves the most. And thus, I have to pound out his girlfriend. And I need you to film it. And I want you to get really, really good angles because I want to break his heart. I want to shatter his tiny little heart. I want him to have to drag himself out of bed for at least a month because he's so depressed and so hurt. Wait, what did he do? I don't know. He said something about like one of my videos being shitty. That seems like an asymmetrical response. Yeah, I don't know. Something about what he said just rubbed me wrong. So I destroyed his life. Jesse's daughters go to school in Texas. Oh, wow. Scary, dude. You should definitely go to her school. This is Texas, dude. If you even showed up to her school as a joke. Yeah, this is a guy who threatened my daughter online. And so he showed up at her school. So we put him down. Well, that's fine. This is Texas. You do what you got to do. You know, like when people just say the same thing over and over, which is like, they're all, shut up, man. You're 70 years old. I'm like, no, I'm not. Yeah, you are. No, I'm not. You're 5'6". No, I'm not. Talked about this plenty of times. 5'10". Says it on my license. I've always been 5'10". No, you're 5'6". Okay. Well, I fucked your wife. Not actually, Marcellus Wallace, you don't have a wife. I fucked your boyfriend, you know? Not because I wanted to. I just wanted to break your heart. It was worth it to me. You know? It was worth the repulsion that I had to experience just to break your tiny little heart. Hey, Scott, I know you're single, and we both know why. We both know exactly why you're single. And it's one of two reasons. Either it's because I fucked your girl and broke your heart, or because you're a keyboard warrior loser who doesn't have social media because you don't have any fucking friends. So it's one of those two reasons. Pick your poison. Did I snatch your girl from you and pound her into oblivion and then make you watch a video of it, which you currently masturbate to on a consistent basis? Or you just would never have a girlfriend because that would require a girl to want to be with a person like you who spends their time trolling YouTube channels. I don't know about all that YouTube cash, but some cash. Oh, the Jesse on Everything video. I'll tell you exactly what happened. I slept 0 last night. Not 0, but very little. And I was so fucking tired. And I filmed it. And then when I tried to watch it back, I was like, Jesus, I sound like a rambling imbecile. Now I actually like took a nap, and that's why I can connect thoughts now. But yeah, that's too important of a video for me to put up a half-assed retard fucking video like that. All right, I gotta jump. Later, guys.